Thank you for joining our forum. We are proud to have you here, and we've been partnering for a while.
Yes.
Because I represent Arts and Capital in the United States, and now we're getting more and more requests for Egyptian citizenship. I wanted to ask you, what would be the three main components why Americans would opt for Egyptian citizenship?
Okay, that's a good question. The first top reason is diversifying their investment. Egypt is known for having more than 110 million population. The real estate is booming, and it will continue this way because of the high demand. We have 2 million babies every year, 13 million tourists, 1 million marriages. So this represents huge demand to the real estate market, and this means that anyone who's doing investment is going to make money. The other reason is usually to have a holiday in Egypt. Egypt is famous having the 4 seasons, and people enjoy this, so you can spend the whole year in Egypt. Of course, the people are very welcoming. When you come and live in Egypt, you will feel like you are home. Safety is a misconception, but actually Egypt is very safe. Compared to a lot of other countries, it's very safe. We have the diversity of being open, and in the same time you can be conservative. I see a trend in America where some families are looking for the traditional life because they say, okay, we love the openness, and in the same time we have the freedom to teach our kids the values that we want to let them know it. You asked for 3, I gave you 4. Then the list goes on.
I'm sure you can speak more and more about the program. Okay, so I see the diversification of the investment, safety, also people and feeling like home, and also traditional values that unfortunately in our Western world are losing the value, and some new values are coming up, and certainly many clients appreciate the classic values.
Yes.
Really, it's a great point, and I'm happy you mentioned it. And what are the terms? Like how fast can I get the passport?
Okay, so the terms is basically you choose one of 4 options. It's either the real estate option, $300,000 of a property, I'm keeping it for 5 years, investing in companies for $350,000, plus making a donation of $100,000, bank deposit option for $500,000 for 3 years interest-free, and the last one is the donation, which is typical $250,000. Now, the duration is usually between 6 to 9 months until you get approved. So we advise the client before doing any investment, first they apply for the citizenship, and after they get approved, we will advise them what to do or what to buy if they don't have a pre-planned investment in mind. And this gives more safety to the program, because in other programs you have to invest first and then you wait until you get approved. So maybe you will get approved or not. The new administrative capital, 2018, price per square meter was $500. Today, you would be lucky finding something at $1,100. This is more than 100%. Talking about grade A type of residential property. If you go for the commercial one, it started at $1,500. Now it's $5,000. We are getting more international brands coming in. Expected entry point is going to be at $10,000. So you can imagine the people who purchased 5 years ago, how much money they made. And there is still potential, even with the ones who purchased with $1,100. So you see there is still a room for growth in terms of pricing. And of course, this means after 5 years, you made more money.
Yeah, sounds better than Bitcoin or gold.
Real estate has always been a safe place where you can put your money in. And it's not like something you should flip immediately. I usually prefer to get the real estate cycle, which is usually between 5 to 10 years. And then wait, which is the typical term for having the property with you. Another thing, you can keep, during having the property, you can rent it out and you can still get income. So basically you get the citizenship almost for free.
Added value, I would say, right?
Yeah.
You look at it as a diversification.
Yes.
And you get the citizenship of an ancient civilization.
Yes, sure.
Like a dream.
Yeah, and going to multiple places, I can assure you, if you stay 3 months in Egypt, you can go every day to a different location, historical or cultural location, and you wouldn't be bored. Nevertheless, to the Red Sea, north coast of Egypt on the Mediterranean, we have 2 seas basically, so you have 2 moons, and both of them are totally different from each other. You have Cairo, you have Upper Egypt. I guarantee you, you wouldn't be bored when you live in Egypt.
I love coming to Egypt, by the way, and I know many families who actually moved to Egypt, and you're right, they are looking for traditional values, for investment diversification, and for the legacy that they can transfer to their future generation.
Yeah. One more thing I might add for the Westerners who are listening to this review. The cost of living in Egypt is 25% of the cost of living in Europe. And we have now international schools and international universities, international hospitals. So you would get almost the same healthcare that you get with a fraction of the price that you are paying in America or Canada or Europe. And a lot of people are coming from the Arab world to get treated in Egypt because the prices and the costs of doing the medical procedures are way less than anywhere else, and still with the quality that they are looking for.
What are the risks?
If someone is going to be rude to the culture, this is going to be a risk. We are welcoming to foreigners and we love having them. We have 9 million foreigners now living in Egypt. Egypt is considered the safe haven for most of the Arabic world, so whenever there is a problem somewhere, people come immediately to their homes in Egypt.
Yes, certainly. It's great to have your support for us in Egypt, and we are honored that we work with you and collaborate. We feel safe and very efficient with our clients, and we look forward to collaborating further.
Thank you very much for hosting us in your event, and I'm looking forward for more.